Hi guys, Guglielmo from GUGLATECH. We promised you we would do it as soon as we had the parts. The parts have arrived, so let's see how to mount the new system for the Ktm Lc8, built from 2006 until 2020, not the latest generation, all engine, to transform them from a standard K-HIN system like this one to the radical evolution with our system and any Bosch fuel pump. Bosch fuel pump, let's go back for a second. Today we have a different Bosch fuel pump here running in our rig. You can see 4 bars, you can see the amps 4.6. This pump is doing 122 liters a minute. Now it's not the same one. The one from last video is this one. It was a racing fuel pump. 140 liters per minute, 4 bar, 5.6 amp. Can you see the difference? 1 amp less. And no, what's now running there so strongly, so nicely, so cheaply, because 4.6 bar amps is very low. It's not a Bosch, it's a Bosch design. It's Stark. So why Stark? I don't know. I went to the shop, I wanted to buy a special model from a special brand. The guy put on the table this pump and I said, okay, it's the same. I said, how do you know? And the guy said, why should I care? It's written, it's the same as what you wanted to purchase. This is the greatness. This is freedom. Whatever you want, there is something off the shelf that will give you the same results. Actually, this one is running better than the one I wanted to buy because it's absorbing half the amp less with 10 liters more per hour. So it's actually better than the OEM Bosch I wanted to test. Is it clear why we are doing all this? Freedom, power, reliability, and price. This pump, I believe I paid 27 euros, 35 top maybe with VAT. I don't recall. Sorry, I bought too many pumps. 30 euros? 30 euros for what we are achieving now? No way. Nothing you've seen in the K-HIN design will try to match this at 4 bars with this absorption. No way. We tested them all. There is no way. Back to the subject. What did we do today? What we will do today? We will mount our system on an SMR. Actually, the base it's a 1190 adventure bike. Whoa! This one is mounted in the box. It's for the Team Caprioni. You know Team Caprioni, we were following them, we were talking about them because I grabbed friends. They started working with the KTM 950 Elvira and Zaira. They made some amazing race machines, amazing rally bikes. Now they moved to the project with KTM or Yamaha. And they asked us to develop for them a racing fuel pump which would match any of their preparation with the most reliable fuel pump ever, low amps and huge amount of petrol. Because during race, you need a strong pump. Whatever comes, whatever it takes, will last longer. So what did we do? We take apart the pumps, as you can see in the other videos, but it's already in the video again. We mounted our specific connector with the special Bosch. We installed, because Paolo Caprioni asked me to, the fuel level sensor of an SMT on the flange, and we will mount it for the first time, so that this pump has also now fuel level sensor, such as it's not available on the 1190 and on the 1290s, because the level sensor is a floater in another part of the tank. Let's see. As you could see in the video, we already installed the hose. We already mounted the fuel pressure regulator on our Daitard. We put the cable already, and now we'll mount the parts. Why are we doing all this? We already explained to you. To get rid of this design, to get rid of all these plastics, all these parts, all these horrible long screws, always getting destroyed, all this plastic which is not stable. This is freedom. No more brittle parts, no more parts that will get destroyed. And finally, you can choose whatever brand or design, because also K-HIN mount with our design, in your fuel pump. You are free. Free from breakdowns, free from expensive recoveries, free from strange designs. Let's go on. So, this is the first part. We will mount now the spacers, the one we were unfortunately waiting for a bit. These are the substitution for the original spacer that you will find in the plastic mold. So, back in our display, Okay, thank you so much. Let's mount the spacers. Whoa, not so stable. Okay, so you take off the plastic and you mount the spacer by hand, very simply. Why by hand? Because anyway, you will tighten everything with the long screws once the system is mounted on top of it. So now you don't need to tighten, do not use a plier, use nothing. Tighten, don't use Loctite, just tighten by hand. They will be tightened correctly from the top. First done. Second, if you're mounting an 1190, 1290, 1050, 1090, you don't have this floater sensor. If you have 990 Super Duke after 2007, Supermoto, Supermoto R, Supermoto Tourist, yes, you have the sensor. So we will fix today also the sensor on the flange. So look now how nicer it is. It's mounted and it doesn't come off. How about this? It's even better than the original. Obviously it's better than the original. It's GUGLATECH. Let's go back. So we choose for the Team Caprioni a special pump. It's one of the one I like most because they will run a 3.5 fuel pressure regulator on their bike. This means that they are running less pressure, so the pump will consume less amps. But with this absorbent, this pump will give roughly 120 liters per hour with 4.3, 4.4 amps. It's good. It's really good. Compared to the original for the 1090, for example, or 1190, 4.6 would give you roughly 98 liters. I'm giving them 20 liters more per hour with the same consumption. Bosch, good quality. A car fuel pump. Let's go on. So, spacer on top. You already know the drill. Washer. Like always, we use a commercial strainer. Yes, our Godzilla would mount, but just for this installation, I wanted to show you that everything will mount. The filters you have in the pocket, whatever it's already there lying, they will mount. We will not limit your freedom to use parts you already have. The Godzilla is freedom, more flow, same protection. This works anyway. So, on top. Rubber spacer, you can see it's different. Do we mind? Do we care? No, we just mount it on top. Spacer at the bottom. Pump up top. Oops. Wait, what we do usually, we first put this. And I would prefer to mount first the system. So as always, this we push on top. It's not necessary, but you know that I like oil. Drop of oil to slide a bit better. And Daitarn on top. Today it doesn't want to enter. I don't know why. Okay, just a bit of air. Now, as you can see, it's already ready. Now we mount the spacer. Like we said before, spacer-wise, you know that in the world there is a lack of material, there are problems with finding material, working material, there is a huge demand on special parts. So now we developed different parts with different materials, which makes no difference. It can be stainless steel, it can be aluminum, it can be bronze, they don't matter. What is important is the concept, the design, that will work and it will last forever. Screws are always inox, spacer can be any material, so don't worry if one would be one color. I mean, not between inside the same package, but if your friend will receive another one, or if in the video you see different colors, there is no difference. They all just are the same. So, spacer. Screw. Spacer. I hope you can see properly, but you see the work is, it's a child's play. Screw. Now, remember, do not over tighten. Inox on aluminium, 4 Newton, maximum 5 Newton, it's already too much. They will create an oxide that will fix everything. One side, do not close until you align perfectly also the other side. Like we said last time, if you want to put some Loctite, fine by me, as long as you put Loctite only on this screw here for the fuel pressure regulator. The rest do not Loctite it, there is no need. Closed. Closed. This one, we simply screw it on top. You see? It's simply screwed. We already showed you how to do the thread. You will receive the die, so no worry. There is no magic, this is technology. Let's screw it back. This will get into its place. And simply facing inside here so that all the petrol will recirculate automatically inside. And there is no mistake that this will help the fuel to recirculate much, much better than the pump. Connectors. Fuel pump connector. No way to mistaken. And now this. Now we will recover the other screw you have in the small pocket, which is, instead of using the M5 that you would have if you didn't have the fuel sensor, so this applies only if you have a fuel sensor here. If you have another fuel sensor, use the M5 and just close it here, okay, no problem. If you have the fuel sensor, we gave you in the package also another small screw with a spacer, sorry, with the washer and the nylock bolt. So you put all together here like this. And very simply change. We screw together on top the fuel sensor. It's a nylock. And here you go. You have the fuel sensor. Oh, sorry, I forgot this one. Okay, imagine that I put this one on top. Don't make me, come on. I will show you how easy it is to do everything. When you go live and you do the things for the first time in front of the camera, things can happen. But you know, you should know already about us. We are fair people, we are good technicians. We just do things. We don't need to hide anything. What we do is clear. We try to save you. We try to give you a product that will last longer than expected, that will allow you to feel more confident that your trip will not end up in some mishap. So, it's the ground cable. Do a sandwich and back in place. Ready. Fuel sensor is on the bike. It's a bit lower than the other one, maybe half a centimeter. You will have to adapt your liters of reserve based on the new sensor reading. But it's there, it's working, it's fine. Done. We finished. You receive. You're joking me, so we forgot that. Let's start from the beginning then. You're right, we forgot one part. No worries. Like we said, we're live. And you can see that everything is so easy, so much more simpler than the original one, that even a small mistake like this, that it's obviously a bad mistake since I forgot the fuel that goes from the pump outside. All the parts are also easily reworked. So, O-ring, drop of oil, drop of oil. You know how much I stress the fact that it must be engine oil, never grease. Something has moved below. Let's check. Okay. The spacer. As you can see, meanwhile, nothing has moved because nothing is holding to place by the new spacers. Instead, the other pump would just come apart. You would have to start looking for parts, pieces up and down. Look the beauty. Look how strong it is. Look how easy I just covered the mistake. My own mistake, obviously, but nonetheless. I'm sure it never happened to you because, you know, live on camera. But, as you could see, 10 seconds, and I fixed it. Don't over tighten. And done. This time is done for sure. So, like I said, whatever fuel pump you choose would be much better than the one you have stock. You're free. This fuel filter ridiculously would be substituted by another outside the tank. More flow, better protection. You can change it outside the tank, so no more dismantling. This, once you put a Godzilla, not this cheap one, it's forever. It will be in the tank forever. There is no need to change it anymore. You can wash it, fine, you can wash it 5 seconds, you take it off and on. Done. Look how strong it is. Look how stable it is. Nothing is more moving. It's really this stronger and better. I hope you like it. Sorry for the mistakes, it's just that again, live has problems. This is GUGLATECH. Thank you for following us. Please subscribe to the channel. Please thumbs up, give us a like because we like to know what you think about products, and follow us for more parts, adventure and tricks. Thank you. Bye.